about to be blessed like never before, vindicated, delivered like never before. I keep getting deliverance that is going to bring you to your knees. Whatever you are being delivered from, it is going to bring you to your knees. However you are being vindicated, it is going to bring you to tears. However you are being justified, it is going to just make you like have that hallelujah moment. This is no coincidence. This is no accident. This message found you for a reason. This video found you for a reason. God does not make mistakes. I be making mistakes, but you know, that's a whole nother story. You are about to be vindicated in this season, blessed in this season, delivered in this season. And finally, the scales are tipping in your favor. There is something that has been a dark cloud over your head. You've been trying to be optimistic. You've been praying. You've been being obedient. You've been keeping busy. There's all of these things that you've been doing. And now you're like, I've got to detach. I put it in God's hands. I put it in the divine's hands. Whoever it is that you guys pray to. You are ready to be delivered from this sabotage, this health issue. And I'm praying that that is happening for you today. Okay, I am praying that that is happening for you today. Whatever has been weighing you down, I am praying that you are delivered from that today. Because whoever I'm speaking to, you are a spiritual warrior. You have a high tolerance, a high threshold for pain.
She knows, and I know she knows, and I know she knows. I be up so high, trying to get a piece of that apple pie.
Hear that, airplane? This ain't no regular schmegular pain. You have been enduring something for months. Okay? And so you might have been feeling like this, well, this is just like my role that I have to play. This is my burden I have to carry around. Everyone's got to have like a thing, you know, a not so great thing that they have going on in their life. And I guess this is like my not so great thing I have going on. And that is not the case. This is teaching you a valuable lesson about your character and maybe somebody else's character. On maybe words that are very hurtful that people have placed over your life. You're also being delivered from that. I'm going to say that again. You guys are also being delivered from harsh, mean, or cruel words that people have placed over your life. You are being delivered from being vilified. The scales are tipping in your favor. Prepare to be blessed. Help is on the way. Your angelic support is on the way. They've always been on standby. You maybe don't like reaching out for help or seeming like, oh, I'm needy, I need things, because you've worked so much on independence and being resilient and discipline and doing things on your own. But this is a whole new day. Okay, this is a whole new day because now you are truly working on, okay, I do need help. I don't know what I'm doing. This is bogging me down. This is weighing me down. So if you guys are new to my channel, I'm your bestie on the internet, duh. I am your favorite YouTuber. I am your motivational speaker, your cosmic cheerleader, your spiritual advisor, your fairy godmother. I'm all of the things. So grab whatever you be snacking on, sipping on, and because we're going in. Okay. So we're doing a little car session today. And I feel like no matter where you turn, you're the villain. No matter where you turn, you're the villain, or you're not liked, or people are really hard on you. Their judgment is harsh. You're already your own worst critic, but the people around you, oh my gosh, like they've just been relentless. Okay, the people around you have been utterly relentless And you're just trying to, you're like, God, please, please, please. I am trying so hard not to gossip. I am trying so hard not to say anything mean, because I know that my words breathe life, or they can do the complete opposite. Your words have the capability of breaking bones. And you are currently getting over the way that other people have spoken to you your whole life. You are refusing to believe the way that people have spoken to you your whole life. And I feel like you guys have done a pretty good job of that the last 2 to 4 years, speaking life into yourself and trying to speak life into others. But we're not perfect. Okay, we're not perfect out here in these spiritual streets. And so you've been really doing your due diligence to be respectful, to keep it a buck, and to stand for God, to stand for the love that you have for the collective, the world, the community. Because I'm getting that you are chosen, or you are an earth angel, or you are a light worker of some kind. You're an intuitive, you're an empath. And so you've been practicing self-love in every capacity. Oh, also, if you're new here, motorcycles are confirmations, okay? They are the dings, they are the notifications, because my devices are always on, do not disturb. Okay, you guys have been practicing self-love. You have been obedient in that way. You have been getting prayed up. You have been obedient in that way. You've been backing down from those that want to provoke and antagonize you. You are being blessed. Dang, bestie, you are being blessed. You are calling back your power. Something really wanted to take you out, or someone, and you are going to send these demonic entities soaring. You're going to send them flying with your words, with your prayers, with your conviction. So I want you to affirm below, I am calling back my power. I am choosing to speak life. I am choosing to surround myself with love. And I am making myself a top priority. You are being vindicated. The scales are tipping in your favor. But I want to find out a little bit more, whatever God will let me see. Okay, whatever Holy Spirit will let me look into, to give you that good news and that boost. I don't feel like this message is going to be too long, but I just want you to know that you are on the right path. This dark cloud is not going to be around you much longer. And I'm sending you guys so much love. So the first thing that I got for your confirmation is you are weaving together the crown that you deserve. Okay? Somebody gave you a crown full of thorns. They're like, here you go. And you're like, I don't want that. Okay? They didn't even give you a crown of thorns. They gave you a pile of thorns and said, this is what you deserve. Crumbs and all. Let me give you the bare minimum. This is what you deserve. I expect a gold crown, but you can have this pile of thorns. You're like, what the frick? You are now going to take those thorns. You're going to take that pain. You're going to transmute it. You're going to make it assume the position. And you're going to weave together the crown that you freaking stinking blinking deserve. You feel me? You're like, oh, you wanted to give me, okay, a pile of rubbish. You wanted me to be a whole dumpster fire. Somebody wanted to set you up for failure or make you feel like you would be nothing without them. And you're like, no, correction. I would be nothing without the divine. I would be nothing without God. You are showing people, if they don't keep it 1,000, if they're not breathing life into you and they're breathing curses into you, that they are replaceable. Okay? We have the phoenix. So you are definitely the phoenix rising. So when things are getting tough, you don't just lay down and say, I can't today. Let Satan just do whatever. You're like, I can't do that. It is not in your DNA to do that. Yeah, somebody's definitely getting blessed because I'm scratching my nose. And to me, that's what that means. Okay? Somebody's getting something cool. You only know how to rise. from the grind, from the dirt, from the manure. You only know how to get back up, no matter how many times you have to dust yourself off. We have Phoenix. How is that for happily ever after? Someone here could be a life path 9. You don't have to be. But you were calling back your power. And while everybody was like laughing at you, okay, they thought you were crazy. Like, oh my gosh, this girl, this guy, they're cuckoo. They're bananas. Okay, the bananery of it all is you are the co-creator with the divine. And there were maybe a couple people around you that they were not only not breathing life into you, but they were bringing you down. They were making you sad. They were stressing you out. So you are being very selective with who you have around you right now, because anybody not breathing life into you is not bringing the spirit of peace into your life. It's not bringing the Holy Spirit into your life. It's not bringing the Holy Spirit into your home. It's not bringing harmony or balance or love into your home. So in this next season, you are going to be showing people, I don't need this drama. I don't need this craziness. I don't need the wackadoodle-doo. I don't need any of that. So as you've turned your back on the whole lot of them, they're going to be looking at you like, wait, what? Wait, what? Because you're not even going to be looking at them. You're going to have your back turned like, yeah, that's my happily ever after. That's my happily ever after. I deserve that. You could have wanted some of those people behind you in that happily ever after. They kept doing the wrong things. They kept being stubborn and prideful and mean and cruel. I'm going to ride in the front seat of this chariot. I'm going to ride their coattails to the finish line. I'm going to let them do all the heavy lifting. I'm going to have all the cakes and eat them too. On what planet? On what planet? So you are turning your back on something that you were maybe at one point very comfortable with. You're like, I used to be comfortable with letting people speak to me this way. I used to be comfortable with this certain type of relationship or this certain type of job. You are no longer comfortable with what you have outgrown. And so there are blessings being staged in your life. Justice is coming. Somebody maybe thought, oh, I'll make sure that they leave with nothing, that they don't have anything. And you don't need much. You don't need much. The scales are tipping in your favor because you will get your happily ever after still. So I want you to affirm below, that's my happily ever after. Something that you guys are doing is going to shock people. Something you're about to do is going to shock people. It's going to start a revolution. That no matter how long you've been a part of something, if you've outgrown it, you've outgrown it. And you don't have to stay put. You don't have to stay in any type of toxic cycle, no matter how long it's been. Okay, so again, you guys are choosing to have a very hard conversation with yourself. You are choosing to be honest. Like, does this benefit me? Is this person breathing life and love into me? Or are they constantly nitpicking and tearing me down? Is this environment breathing life into me, or is it constantly wearing me down? You are shocking even yourself. You're like, dang, I knew I was a late bloomer. I knew that, things were going to happen in my life, but I never expected this. So again, you're going to be shocked. How you maneuver now is going to shock other people. Like, I could have never guessed they would have done that. You inspire people to make changes that are hard. Do you understand that? You guys motivate people to make changes in their life that are incredibly hard. You always land on top. You're always evolving. You're always shaking it off. Doesn't mean that you're not sad or that you're not, trying to overcome. There is an environment or person that makes you really grumpy. When you are around them, your whole demeanor changes. Maybe this used to be different. Maybe this person used to be a light in your life and they're going through something. You guys might have a couple of people around you that they just don't want to work on their issues. They don't want to work on where they need to be accountable. And maybe that just doesn't work for you anymore. Okay, so you need to be true to yourself. We have the grumpy red fairy. Where do you not feel safe? I'm getting root chakra. Where are you feeling unsafe or anxious on what's to come or what is going to be said next? You are 10 steps ahead of somebody's words and how they want to speak to you. You know what's going to come out, so you are removing yourself from the equation. Be true to yourself. You are fairy energy, which to me and how I translate that is very high vibrational. So who around you is making you feel weighed down or tethered to something that really is not yours. You are being vindicated. These people that wanted to just make you feel terrible about yourself, more terrible than you could already feel. You are about to be blessed. The world awaits you. You have brighter days ahead. Days where you look forward to waking up. Days where you're happy all day long. And life isn't perfect. You guys know that. You guys know how to weather a lot of different storms. So I'm hearing seasoned veteran. I don't think I've ever channeled that before, but you are not no regular schmegular spiritual soldier. You are seasoned. You are a veteran. You are the spiritual knockout. You are a spiritual gladiator. It kind of reminds me of the movie Gladiator. It's Maximus, right? Maximus could have easily given up. Okay, now I'm a gladiator, now what? But instead, he still rose. He rose until he existed no more. He stood on his name. He stood what he stood for. He knew he was going to be delivered at some point and vindicated at some point. Okay, the world awaits you. You know that this is somewhere near you, but it is truly on the way. It is truly on the way because you are making yourself a priority. It is truly on the way because you have been trying to surround yourself with love, even if it's just you. I'm getting this vision of somebody just hugging themselves. So you've had to learn how to mother yourself, how to parent yourself, how to father yourself, how to soothe yourself. To where maybe you used to be codependent on somebody doing this for you. You also need somebody to be excited for your wins and help you through your losses. Okay, we have the gray area, or what I interpret as the gray area. Somebody or someone or an environment is always making you feel like you're replaceable, like you won't be here long, like you're not needed. Endings are inevitable. Anybody constantly putting you in the gray area when you're really freaking clear about what you need and who you are, endings are inevitable. And that is what is rising to the surface, like it's been bubbling over, is what endings need to take place. And what ending that needs to take place that might be terrifying at this time is actually going to be a huge blessing in disguise. Remember, you are being vindicated and delivered like never before. The scales are tipping in your favor. Wow. So remember that you are high vibrational, you are a fairy, you are being recalibrated. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, so what I'm channeling is You haven't been recalibrated. Maybe you get recalibrated like this every decade. Every decade there is a huge shift. And if you don't shift it, it suffocates, or it just can't move. It can't maneuver if it's not for you. Does that make sense? Like, every 5 to 10 years, you go through a big shift, like really big. The key players change, the environments change. You might relocate, you might move. And if you don't, it creates a lot of like stagnant, stuck bananery, effery. But again, God does not make mistakes. Okay, God does not make mistakes. Some people maybe feel eclipsed by you. Maybe some people that have known you, they feel like, well, I should surpass them. I should be doing way better than them. And they don't like that you're doing so much better than they are. And to you, it's not a comparison. It's not a competition. That actually makes you really sad that whoever this is thinks this way. I'm also seeing you guys work on forgiveness. You're like, I'm trying to forgive this person that has been sabotaging me. I'm trying to forgive this person that has been speaking dirt on my name. Wow, we have you see clearly, clairvoyant. So you are definitely clairvoyant. You guys could also be clairaudient. You are very intuitive. You see life in many different ways. And this really brings joy into other people's lives. They're like, oh my gosh, I love the way that they perceive life. So everything is poetic to you, or a metaphor, or you're really good at explaining things. And I really believe that that's what makes you a star messenger. So every 5 to 10 years, you go through a big recalibration. And in this recalibration, you are going to get blessed. You are going to get blessed. Okay. We have mending a broken heart. What has been breaking your heart? You are currently mending that. You are putting yourself back together. Some people don't want you to do that. They want you to stay broken. They want you to stay down. It's just not in our DNA to do that. You are healing from heartache. So if that is you guys, you can affirm it below. I am healing this heartache with the divine by my side. I am healing this heartache with God by my side. We have the garden. I've been channeling this lately, and I don't know who this is, but somebody is getting a green thumb. Somebody wants to start gardening or planting things. And either way, we're getting the garden. Something lovely is going to grow from this. You are learning to plant different seeds. You're like, okay, before I would plant seeds breathing life into other people, and I do that, but this time I'm going to plant seeds that breathe life into me. There's more focus on you. So yeah, you're having to be selfish. And so many people are used to you catering to them or waiting on them hand and foot. But there's a power struggle here. This person wants to have a power struggle with you. You having to be selfish and doing things for you, you making yourself a priority pisses some people off. It makes them really upset. It makes them really mad. And you're moving towards an era where you're like, I just can't be bothered. This is going to bring pain and sadness into my life. And it's just like this hamster wheel. Okay, it's this hamster wheel where these people, they're just the Energizer Bunny. They just keep trying to get you wound up. It's like a little like kangaroo, a little something like just pouncing around, just like dancing around you, just trying to get you wound up, trying to get you anxious, trying to monitor you, trying to make you feel bad about yourself, trying to distract you. Somebody is trying to distract you and bring you the spirit of delay. Somebody is trying to bring you the spirit of delay, and they want you to doubt yourself. Like, oh, you don't really want to walk out that door. You don't really want to leave me behind. You don't really want to say your prayers right now. These demonic entities are like dragons that you are going to slay, or Decepticons that you are going to slay, because we kind of really like dragons around here. But you know what I mean? That's just the card, but I feel like dragons are our allies. In this video game, you are standing for you. You are standing on God. You're like, I'm here to slay. You've been dealing with an evil king or an evil queen. They've been giving you sugar. Or no. They've been giving you salt. Little salt cubes. But it's supposed to be sugar. They're like, oh my gosh, here's these sugar cubes. These are just for you because you're so special. And you look down and you're like, okay, cool. I'm going to put this in my coffee or my tea. And it's salt. You deserve sugar, not salt. Dang, the motorcycles are out tonight. That was a street bike. Okay, that was a street bike. There's so many people that you believed in, that you believed in them, you took a chance on them, and you wanted to believe that they truly believed in you too. But people have really been showing you another side of them. And as people have been showing you another side of them, you will be showing them another side as well. Okay? God is showing us where we can be a hero. If somebody's always making us the villain, well, guess what? We're a hero. And wherever you're feeling like you've been having to escape to avoid confrontation, to avoid more issues or more drama, that is coming to a head. You are about to be blessed with a home or a vehicle or someone being relocated, or you being relocated if that's what you want. You are being supported in what is best for you. We have it's time for a treat. Someone around you is trying to make you feel like, oh my gosh, you're always out here treating yourself. Okay? Someone could be calling you spoiled, ungrateful, and we don't speak those words over here. It is time for you to treat yourself. And I feel like some of you guys have already been working on this. Working on not feeling guilty about treating yourself better. And not feeling selfish about it. You'll never believe what's next. Release, or let them go. I'm hearing that Adele song. Is that Fire to the Rain? We have Let Them Go. I thought that was a different card when I first saw it, but it's dark out here. I thought it was Release the Guilt. But I feel like that's what we should be doing as well. Release the guilt about letting certain people go. Be true to you. Then we have Love is Strange. Okay, you are learning a lesson in how strange love can be. I feel like that's where our hardest lessons are. There's an important end, a new beginning. You guys are more focused on being present. You're like, I want to be present and I want to be in the here and now. Whoever is trying to take you in the way back machine, you're like, I can't go back there every other day. I just can't. It was bringing a lot of toxicity into your life. You're like, I want to surround myself with love. If I look selfish, okay. If I look crazy, okay. It just is what it is. Wow, we have count your blessings. You are about to have many blessings to count. And you want to know why? Because you're already grateful. You are going through probably the very hard setback. Bouncing back from a hard setback. Your pivot is ferocious. Whoever I'm speaking to, your pivot is ferocious. And you've still been counting your blessings. You're like, well, at least I have this going right. And I have this going right. And I'm grateful. And something has been distracting you or making you feel like your brain is in a fog, and that fog is being lifted. You are going to have many blessings to count. However you've been maneuvering, it's really showing people what you're made of. However you've been standing up for yourself and embracing yourself, the love that you have for yourself, it's really been showing people what you are made of. It's going to ruffle some feathers. It's going to have some people a little upset, but you're okay with that because you know what you stand for, who you are, and how you breathe life into others. You are currently removing people that do not breathe life into you. You are on the precipice of blessings. You have greatness in your DNA. You are a spiritual gladiator. You are a smoke show. You leave people stunned and speechless. And in the era that you're moving into, not only will you be blessed, you will be delivered, vindicated. Justice is on the way. Favor is on the way. I want you to affirm it below. I have divine favor all over my life. All over my life. You are such a beautiful human. Your talents, your gifts that help others are supernatural. What you do is supernatural. You are now uncovering like, oh my gosh, like I'm talented and I need to remember that. I am loved and I need to remember that. I am protected. I am favored and I need to remember that. My prayers are powerful. My words are powerful and I need to remember that. There is a call to action here. It is calling back our power and remembering who the F we are. Motorcycles, yes. Ooh, there's two. I'm shook. Okay, you guys got this. Can't nobody tell you nothing, but they're gonna try. You are getting really good at tuning out all the noise, tuning out all the dirt, the grime, the grit. You deserve these blessings. You deserve this miraculous pivot. You deserve this miraculous era. You get to relax and be in an echo chamber of merriment and gratitude. Whatever this is, it's going to bring you to your knees and bring you to tears of joy. Because you've already been crying a lot of tears of sadness, trying to get through some relationships and painful endings. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to drop your favorite affirmation, smash the you know what, hit the bell, duh. You guys do not want to miss out. Thank you guys for all of your love and support. And if you made it to the end of this message, I want you to drop the fairy emoji down below. You are supernatural. You are supernatural and you are tuned in. You are the Empress. You are the Emperor. You are the Goat. You are the spiritual warrior. You are ready to slay. I'm hearing that song. Clap for the heavyweight champ, me. Okay, affirm it below. Clap for the heavyweight champ, me. Me. All right. I love you guys so much, and I'm praying for our protection. I'm praying for our safety. I'm praying for love to surround us. And yeah, I'm just praying for everyone in the collective. We got this, you guys. We got this. And I love you guys so much. Mwah.